Introduction. Who am I? The life that is unexamined is not worth living. Socrates. In our quest for material possessions, like computers, cars, or houses, it's common to seek information about their overall quality before making a purchase. We're interested in detail such as their type, model, and price. Interestingly, in our daily lives, we frequently use the word I more than any other, yet often without deeply considering who this I truly is. It's odd that we spend so much energy learning about things outside ourselves, yet we don't know ourselves well. It's strange that we live in our bodies for many years, but we rarely think about who's inside. How many of us would slow down from our busy lives to learn about ourselves? How often do we stop and ask why we're here and what happens after we're gone? Do we take the time to examine whether there is more to us than our physical body? Are we just the body? We realize that our bodies change continuously throughout the years. The body that we had as a child was very different from our teenage years or in our old age. Science has proven that all our cells are replaced totally every 7 years. In fact, the body we have now is no longer the same as the one we had at birth. Despite all the physical changes, there is still a part of us that remains untouched and original. What is this that remains untouched? We rarely think about the mystery behind our physical functioning. Most of us agree that we don't choose to circulate our blood or digest the food we eat. Have we questioned who is really beating our hearts? Inhaling and exhaling the breath? Or healing our wounds? Who is the one who puts us to sleep and wakes us up every morning? Who is the one asking these questions? Is it only the mind asking? Or is there something in each of us that yearns to be sought? Who is really the questioner behind all these questions? How often do we take the time to inquire and search for our true self beyond our profession, gender, nationality, or name? We attempt to answer the question of who we are by hanging onto certain labels, roles, and ownerships. We describe who we are in a limited form, such as Jim, father, male, Canadian, dentist, middle-aged, or Christian. But did not we exist before we were given a name? Don't we still exist, even though we change our jobs, hobbies, roles, and relationships? Although many definitions of who we are provide an illusion of permanency of our identities, are they really us? We can lose our jobs or retire, but we still exist. We existed before having our children and becoming a parent. So who we are is not really apparent. Who we are is constantly changing. We can be kind or active at one point, and be angry and passive at another point. A very kind and gentle person can also surprise others by behaving totally unpredictably at some point. Human beings are the most complex creatures in the animal kingdom. We are the only creatures who can think and reflect on the mystery of existence. In fact, what makes us human is our ability to inquire about the true meaning of our being. However, most of us become so preoccupied with all kinds of activities and worldly affairs that constrain us from reflecting on our true nature until we come to a stage in our life when our pleasure, ambition, and striving start to wear on us and invite us to yearn for a deeper meaning to our existence. There is a deep longing within us that is often experienced as boredom. This boredom manifests as a sense of unease, a feeling of lack, or of something missing. There is a fundamental reality that we may ignore. We are born alone, and we die alone. We are the center of all the changes happening around us, either daily or throughout our lifespan. We may try to avoid this uncomfortable feeling by distracting ourselves with television or by trying to fill the emptiness with sex, drugs, or alcohol. Yet nothing we do seems to fill this aching void within. This hunger cannot be satisfied with friendly chatter or external pursuits, but rather by learning to sit alone in a quiet room. The root of this internal void is that we have a relationship with many people or things, but we don't have one with ourselves. There is a stranger within us who is called me. We often fill our days with activities. Some of our activities are the result of obligations of family and work, while other activities are simply created to distract us from ourselves. We lose ourselves in the circumstances of our daily lives. There is a saying that goes, "You can run, but you cannot hide." We can hide ourselves from others, but we cannot hide ourselves from ourselves. Everywhere we go, there we are. Sooner or later, our pleasures, pains, and striving may start to wear on us and lose their meaning. We want a deeper understanding of our existence. This potent question often ignites a burning desire to remember a forgotten secret and discover the source of this deep longing. A thirst arises that can no longer be ignored and can no longer be quenched by worldly pleasures or entertainment. The thirst is to know thyself and to remember oneself on a deeper level. Once I went to see a client in the hospital who had only a few days to live. She said, "All the investment that I made outside of myself to bring social, relational, and political changes to my outer circumstances are pointless at this time. I am facing a part of myself that I never inquired to know throughout my lifespan. There is a stranger within me that I am forced to face, and I cannot escape any longer." Western psychology has limited itself to understanding oneself through the study of human personality, which is a byproduct of our culture and our environment. Modern psychology can only take us deep into the human psyche, but it has failed to take us deep into the essence of our being, as Eastern mystics do. Although Western psychology and psychiatry have advanced our knowledge and understanding of human cognition, the mind, behaviors, emotions, and the nervous system, they have neglected to take us beyond our conventional, biological, and societal identities. Most of modern psychology is limited to examining only the superficial part of ourselves. It has failed to take us beyond societal norms. Most of our understanding of human beings is based on dysfunctional and abnormal human characteristics, rather than the investigation on what it is to be a healthy human being. Western psychology has aimed to lead people back to a sense of normalcy. However, we human beings are not born to be just normal and vegetate in our lives. Everything in the universe is complete. It works harmoniously at an unconscious level and incorporates certain patterns, such as a horse being born and dying as a horse, or a rose following the same life cycle. Unlike other creatures, we are born incomplete. Our purpose is to become whole. We are here to uncover the universe's imprint within us, to tap into our boundless potential, and to transcend our temporal existence for eternity. Our journey involves moving from unconsciousness to full consciousness, awakening our true selves. When we say, I, where do we look to find the self? Where is I? Is it the body, heart, emotion, mind, career, physical appearance, ethnicity, or gender? Aside from our names, ethnicity, religion, roles, and culture, there is a part of us that is beyond the earthly level. A part that is always there in the background, witnessing and observing our existence. A part that needs to be remembered and grow to be godlike. Recognizing and knowing the godly part of ourselves can lead us to discover something higher within us rather than outside of us. This realization and recognition are called awakening. In this book, I am inviting you to travel the journey of self-discovery based on the ancient teachings and wisdom of Zarathustra. Throughout history, Zarathustra's teachings have shaped and impacted different cultures and belief systems in a wide variety of ways worldwide. Zarathustra lived about 5,000 years ago in Persia, Iran. He challenged us to look at ourselves not as who we are, but as who we can become. His aim for humanity was for us to transcend to become higher, conscious beings. And those higher human beings are hidden within us. We are like a ladder. We need to climb up the steps of our beings in order to reach the treasure of our full consciousness. Then, we are not human anymore. We become closer to God, Ahura Mazda, the ultimate consciousness, the supreme wisdom. His philosophy eventually established Zoroastrianism as the dominant religion in Persia. It remained the state religion of the empire until about the 7th century CE, when Muslims conquered Persia. Zarathustra's dream was to see Earth flourishing with conscious human beings. He encouraged us to transform into different, not just improved, individuals. His concern wasn't improving humanity or changing society's structure. The quest for a better personality, more advanced technology, or luxurious possessions doesn't give us wisdom, kindness, or love. These things don't automatically make us conscious beings, no matter how wealthy or surrounded by material possessions we are. Zarathustra points us toward a humanity rooted in awareness and wisdom. Zarathustra was like a gardener. He spread the seeds of his wisdom into the soil of our existence. He saw in us the potential to go beyond ourselves. We are not meant to creep and crawl on earth like a caterpillar. We are meant to transcend ourselves and fly to the ultimate heights like a butterfly. His teaching is a religion of becoming, not just existing and vegetating. Religion, in his view, doesn't mean robotic rituals or obeying certain commands. Religion, in his perspective, doesn't mean going to the temple or searching for something outside of ourselves. Zarathustra did not intend to create an organized religion. His teaching is organic. It is simply to live authentically and spontaneously in every moment of our lives. He does not give us a script to follow word for word. His approach is like a goose flying south without leaving any footprint. Religion for him means to live from our essence, to be true to our true self, keeping in mind good thoughts, good words, and good deeds in our daily activities and in our lifespan.